How you doing? Steph Scott from cgdemo.net. A big thank you to the people on New Tech forums and also on the Skype chat room. Wolf, you are a legend. Right, let's not mess about here. Let's go straight from Blender Dynamics into Lightwave. Hit space, type add plane, grab the handle, S to scale again. Obviously I'm not going to teach you baby steps on how to work Blender. Highly recommend cgcookie.com. Bring a cube into the scene. Go to Blender, Blender game. Enable physics, give it a collision bounce and also give it a rigid body. Once we've done that, we'll hit Shift E to duplicate, or if you're old school, clone. Obviously you can be a little bit more imaginative than myself because I'm hungover. Once we've got a few objects in the scene, we'll give these some mass and some rotation. Okay, hit P to play. Wow, look at that, amazing. Okay, hit escape, then we'll go game, record animation. On the far left, you'll see the camera. Just make sure you keep your frames per second running. What we'll do is we'll make it 25. Once that's done, hit start, and it'll bake the keyframes into the timeline. If you scroll across the timeline, you'll see these keys baked. Once we've done that, we go to File, Export Collada. Obviously there's a few people having issues with the Collada format. I don't know if it's 9.61 or if it's Blender, but we'll find a workaround for that. Let's just save to the desktop. Export. Alright, once back inside Lightwave, what I need you to do is go File, Load Scene, load out the save scene you saved from Blender. First thing you automatically notice is the axis has been flipped. Not a big problem. Luckily there's some very clever people out here in the world. Go to Simon Coombs' website. I hope this is right, mate. How good is this website? It's so cool. Anyway, download scene to parent once you've downloaded the file. Go to add plugins. Once the plugin's added, go to additional. Then bring it up. What it does is it throws a null into the scene, exclude the lights and exclude the cameras. On the rotation, 90 degrees. Excellent, expand the timeline just to make sure you've got enough keyframes. There we go, we've now got dynamics inside Lightwave from Blender. Few problems earlier on. I mentioned that Collada export wasn't working too good, not a big problem. Now what we do is we go back into Blender, File, Export. We'll save it out as an Alt-S FBX. Just make sure your forward axis is -Z and up's Y. Leave most at default at the moment. There also is an XNA strict option and a rotation animation fix. I think that's for Unity. Save out the FBX file. Might throw you an error about the scale. Don't worry too much about that. Once you're back inside Lightwave, File, Load Scene. Bring up the FBX file you saved out from Blender. Open. Continue. Now immediately you'll notice there's no MDD file attached to the objects. What we then do is we jump back into Blender, select the object, go to File, User Preferences, Add-ons, type in MDD, enable New Tech MDD format, just tick it here. Same again, export the point cache. Once you've exported the MDD file, back into Lightwave, select your object, properties. There's several options we can do here. Plus one is MDD reader in the deform tab. Okay, what we'll immediately notice is that it's jumped away out the scene. This is because it's in meters rather than centimeters. Go into centimeters. Bang. So let's continue. Let's cancel that. Let's remove that. Let's go to edit nodes. I'll show you another alternative. add displacement, add MDD displacement, enable it to the input. Same again, file, points. Reason I'm showing you this is because you've got a little bit more control over nodes. Make sure you change meters back to centimeters like you did the last time. Shut this down, enable the nodes. Excellent, just make sure it's on before world displacement, because if you do local displacement it'll go crazy. Alright guys, thanks very much for joining me. Hopefully we'll work out something else. Steve, this one's for you, mate. I shall be sharing. Good idea, should not get too deep.